Welcome everybody to another episode of Coffee is for Closers. I'm here with Sherry Dial, Dial Services LLC. Thank you, Sherry. We're at Intrepid Coffee. I got coffee. You have tea.
I have tea.
Bar, right? In Bearden.
Exactly.
And I'm so excited to have you on the episode today. You know, people love learning things from people. We all come from different experiences, right? So we'll get into the three questions. But initially, what I want to know, what people want to know that are watching is, how'd you get to this point? Like, you have this business. So explain your backstory a little bit and then talk about your business, what you actually focus on, what your business model is so people understand. Because you can be very helpful for a lot of folks around the Knoxville area, guys. But let's jump right into it. So you're on.
Well, thank you so much, Dave. I will say this is a pretty cool opportunity. So I'll just tell you a little bit how I got into this. 3.5 years ago, I was sitting at my kitchen table and I was like, I want to start a business. Sitting at my kitchen table, I called a couple of best friends who work for different agencies like the IRS and the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I was like, how do you do this? And they said, you fill this out online, you go here, you do this. And I thought, wow, very simple. That is not how a business is made. I'll just go ahead and cut to the chase. Spoiler alert. It's a lot more than that. And I think these last few years, I've been learning that and meeting with different people who act as a mentor to guide me in how do you best solve someone's problem, your customer's problem, and you do it in a way that they find value. So one of my starting points was the Tennessee Small Business Development Center, where I met with my mentor, who at the time was fantastic about helping me understand your mission, your value, just things that actually establish who you are. And from there, I realized a lot of my business is me. I'm sharing myself with my customers. I want to see them thrive. I want to see them help Knoxville community thrive. And I need to communicate that at every touch point. So keep evolving, keep working, keep learning, keep meeting great folks like Dave.
Keep connecting with people and serving others. It's like that's a big mantra for myself. I know not this is about me, but I know you do the same thing because you're involved in a lot of like networking and connecting with groups of people.
Yes, absolutely. I build businesses. I help other businesses make more money. I really specifically do that with online businesses that use the Shopify platform because think about it. You're a creative maker. You have a fantastic product, if you will. And people say, I want more of that. How can I get my hands on that? And before you know it, you're in a completely different area where mostly in this digital age, you're online and you're thinking, I just really got into business because I love what I do. I'm passionate about it and I want to put that out in the world.
That's great. Well, fantastic. Okay, that's a good overview.
Okay.
We're going to jump right in now. The three questions, right?
All right.
This is kind of like the meat in the middle of the sandwich type thing. We're going to jump right in. Number one is, what is your why?
My why is basically purpose and resilience. I almost died multiple times when I was young, and I realized that I shouldn't be here.
Wow.
I've been given a second chance.
Yeah.
So with that, I like to make it my mission to serve others and to use my talents that I've been given here, part of this world, and do that in a way that is meaningful, not only to myself, but to people that I work with.
Yeah. So you've really turned something, and a lot of entrepreneurs do this, right? That's an internal fire within that you just want to, it's building up, and it kind of like 3 years ago when you're sitting at the kitchen table, like, okay, I got to do this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. That's good stuff.
Right.
All right, well, thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Number two is, what problem do you solve? There's a lot of problems, but specific to what you solve, what is that for your customer, your clients?
Peace of mind. I solve the problem of peace of mind. You're going to get relief and peace of mind when you sit down with me. I am an extremely good communicator, and I feel like that's really important when you're trying to build trust. And you also want to have somebody that you know and you like and you want to work with. And so I have a unique ability to see things like the big picture and drill down without getting lost in the details. So when you're that, like I said, you're that creative maker and you know you want to focus on what you do best, the problem I'm solving is you don't have to focus on the data and the numbers and the dashboards and all the things that make you go and close the computer, you know? Because that's the thing that's going to help you grow, honestly. It's going to help you repeat that loyal customer that's going to give you the recurring revenue that you need to keep your business thriving long term. I solved that problem for you. I'm looking at that dashboard, Shopify. I'm like, I know exactly what metrics I'm looking at. I know where to go. And then you never have to look at your dashboard again because
that's fantastic.
I do that for you.
Well, that's fantastic because you're not only just focusing on it, but you have that a more holistic view of others. And now you can adopt some of those ideas, concepts, right? I'm assuming you do. You bring that kind of value to your clients. Well, that's good stuff. And then number 3, what do clients experience when working with you?
Honestly, I've actually gotten a lot of Google reviews that said they immediately felt relief.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I think you have to be a really attentive listener in this consulting role. And I think sometimes people solve their own problems by talking out loud. They just need the guidance and the roadmap and just maybe some outside perspective. But yeah, immediate relief is what I hear. Energy to go ahead and get started on some things that either they know to do and didn't feel like they could.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly you get really good communication. You understand the process.
Based on, we haven't spent a lot of time in getting to know each other one-to-one, like, networking basis or anything, but just being around you for a short period of time, I would assume you're very much an encourager.
Yeah.
Like, you can do this, right? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, everyone needs those people in their corner, that's for sure.
For sure.
Well, that's great. Fantastic. Congratulations on your business. Are you happy you're an entrepreneur?
I am. I think this is one of the most interesting things I've ever done, but the most rewarding.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Okay. The last thing I do ask is there's people watching that say, I want to connect with Sherry. How do they do that? Can you give a shout out and how they would connect with you in some way?
Absolutely. I say pick up the phone and call me. 865-294-8065 is how you can call me. You want to do that, that's 20 minutes of a chat we can talk about, no cost to you. If you prefer to do an email, you can find my website at dialservicesllc.com, and it has my email on there, and you can just contact me straight away. As soon as you click on that website, you'll see contact me, and you'll pop you right to my email if you prefer that.
Fantastic. Well, it was a pleasure spending some time with you and chatting.
I'm so glad.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoy your tea, did you?
I haven't sipped it yet.
Okay, we'll take a sip because I'll say a few words. I thought this was really cool.
Yeah.
Intrepid, right?
Fearless, bold, brave, undaunted, resolutely courageous.
Sounds like an entrepreneur to me. Hey, everybody. You have a great day. Make it a great day. And we'll see you on the next episode of Coffee is for Closers. And thanks again, Sherry, for being part of it today and sharing your story with the people that are watching. Thanks again.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.